Welcome to John McGivern's Main Streets, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes of this popular TV program.
Sometimes I think my job is so hard.
You'll hear John and his producer Lois Maurer on the drive home as they chat about their impressions of the community and share interesting stories that you may not hear about anywhere else. Today's episode, Green Lake, Wisconsin.
Green Lake.
Wisconsin, back in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And only like an hour and a half from home.
And the smallest place we've done all season.
I think you're right. I think Green Lake
small, though, only by the number as far as this is how many people live in this town, but the number that visit this town is huge.
Yeah,
so it
right.
was, it's got a life of its own around that lake. Green Lake, which is the largest, the deepest lake in the state of Wisconsin.
Right.
It's really deep.
I can't remember the number of feet.
56 feet.
No, way deeper. It's like 237 feet. So this is the deepest natural lake in Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, yeah. And we were able to get out on that lake on the Escapade, which is a very cool boat, isn't it?
Yeah, that was cool. And I love the fact that they brought an audience with...
Anyway, I'm Captain Gary, and we're going to have a beautiful cruise today.
It's a tour boat
that
you can have a wedding on, you can have a family reunion on, you can just... I think they just open it up to the public, too.
Wasn't it the Heidel House's boat, right?
It used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's run by a young woman named Jenny, who was so nice.
So nice.
She really knows her boats, too. I was like very impressed with her nautical knowledge because she also owns another boat called the J. Lawson on the same lake, on Green Lake. So when you want somebody that knows that lake, I guess Jenny's the person you want. And she was really kind. She opened up the boat to us. She had a bunch of other people on it so that we could shoot it full and people enjoying it. I noticed on Green Lake, on the actual lake, it is just ringed with houses.
Really expensive houses.
Yes. And then, but you can look in some of those coves and there's still houses, like shacks, like only summertime cottages.
But the land is worth $1 million.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, exactly right.
Land rich, house poor.
Or just all rich, John.
All rich, yeah.
So we met up with real estate agents, and they were showing us some lake property.
Right, when they just went on the market. 2.6 million, I believe.
I don't know. It was a beautiful house.
5 bedroom, 6 bath. Yeah.
Access to Green Lake, where private docks.
There's no really beaches there, though. It just seems things are kind of they seem cliffy to me.
Oh yeah, right. Well, downtown you could go to Dechola. Isn't that what the name of the park is? Dechola Park. And there's a pier there. But you're right. It's not like you wade into the water with your sand bucket and your kids.
It gets deep pretty quick. Like 1, 2. Oh, help me.
That little park downtown had that big giant chair in it that I made you sit in, of course.
Uh-huh.
It's always your favorite thing, isn't it?
Pretty much.
But that is like a community gathering spot there. They had music one night. We went out and watched, and the whole community kind of shows up. So that was nice.
Want to wear something that's going to support your favorite show? Shop at Main Street Store. Proceeds go to help us get next season into production. So come on, go shopping at mainstreets.tv.
What was your favorite thing in Green Lake?
The Wisniewski's house.
Oh, because you have a personal connection to the Wisniewskis.
I think I've met them before, but they're a friend of a friend is what they are. But they have quite the compound there.
No kidding.
So that was fun.
And all the toys, right? They've got all the lake toys. They've got boats, and they got a pier, a slide in the house too, right?
I don't know about that slide. I couldn't get down it because
it was the 1,000 degrees. Do you remember? Oh,
I got stuck because my butt was wet.
Again, sweat, people, sweat. But their house was beautiful, and they took us out on their boat.
They did.
And we watched the radar because the tornado was coming.
Right.
So we had to run back. And then wasn't it the next day we went on the fishing boat?
Oh.
And we
I
had
learned
to run
my lesson.
back. Yeah. And we had to run back because the tornado was coming.
Right.
We just had a stretch of weather there that was like, oh, okay. But Mike Norton, who owns that fishing boat, is a character that if you want to go on a fishing trip, he's the guide you want to go with. Because not only can he tell you everything about the lake itself, but the fish, where to catch them, what they bite on. I mean, he's been fishing that lake and his family for generations.
Okay,
Here we go.
We're going to do the best we can here. All right. It gets fished more in the winter than in the summer. Wow. A lot of people get outsmarted by wanting to use all the gadgets they have. And a lot of times it's better just to keep it simple.
But you didn't catch a fish.
Well, the weather was bad for fishing when we went, of course.
We didn't see a fish.
Yeah,
ever.
We were out there for 10 minutes because then it was like, uh-oh, we got to go.
And thank the Lord.
I was going to say, and if you remember, it was choppy water, which you do not do well on.
No.
But I think in Green Lake, the one thing that people will be wanting to see the most in this episode, the Heidel House. The Heidel House has been in Green Lake for a very long time, has it not?
Yeah. That's what Green Lake was known for as far as in the early days. That's where people went, and that was that was the resort, the Heidel House.
Right.
They closed it down and redid the whole thing. They have new owners. I think kind of knew everything.
Yeah. And the lobby looks like if you stayed at the Heidel House over the course of whatever, even decades back, that lobby looks totally different now, and it's modern and sleek, and it's opened up so you walk in and big giant windows, you see Green Lake. And they talked about the fact that we interviewed the manager there, and he talked about the fact that was one of the things he wanted to do is have people walk in and go, oh, that's right, I'm coming to the lake.
Yeah.
Which I thought was very cool too. All of the restaurant was really good. While we were in Green Lake, we went to Chops. What did you think of Chops?
Oh, I thought it was good. And those guys were I liked them.
Oh, really nice. Really nice
brothers,
guys.
weren't they?
Yeah.
What did they make us that was delicious?
Oh, lamb chops.
Oh, lamb chops.
Chops, right?
Yeah.
So inside Chops, you walk into that restaurant and it looks nothing like a lake community.
Completely minimalist, modern white.
Yes. Very, very urban. Like you would expect that in downtown Chicago, right?
Right.
Yeah, so that's a lovely restaurant. It's right there. Everything in Green Lake, if you're downtown, is all walkable.
Oh, yeah, beyond walkable.
So when you come into Green Lake, there is a building that you are going to think is the city hall. And maybe at one point it was.
No, it was the county courthouse.
Oh, it was the courthouse, not the city hall, the courthouse. Nice. And it has all been renovated. It has all been changed over into a lot of spaces that have shops or artists in them.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's like going to an art show just by walking in those doors. So they have fabric artists and painting artists and sculpture, and on the second floor they have the Green Lake Association. They have their offices and a meeting space, right? An event space up there,
which used to be the
the court.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a nephew that lives in Green Lake. And he and his wife are, his wife's a doctor and he's a PA, and they work in the nearby town of Berlin. And they could live anywhere around there. And they chose Green Lake because they just felt it's the kind of community they can raise their girls in, that they can get on their bikes and, bike downtown and go to the coffee shop and they'll know everybody. And they can go into the shop on the corner. What was the Norton's Sports Bay?
North Bay.
North Bay, I'm sorry, North Bay, yeah. And there's liquor on one side and ice cream on the other.
And fishing equipment and minnows and night crawlers.
Live bait and, kind of
suckers.
Anything you need to be able to enjoy a day on the lake.
And a nice wine selection.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, but it's a very small town Americana. It doesn't feel like it's touristy, really, when you're downtown. We wanted to go into the Dartford Cemetery. Remember, there was some mausoleum that if you sit there...
Oh, that's right. At midnight, you're accosted by the ghost.
It sounds more like a poltergeist to me.
Yeah, we didn't go in there. At midnight, whoever sees midnight anymore.
You sure don't, right?
No.
That's one thing. I mean, we shoot all day long, so we really don't go out and shoot at night. You just can't keep our crew on for, 20 hours out of the day. That just doesn't work for us. So.
Yeah, my day ends at 4. So.
And if it doesn't, it kind of does anyways because your eye shuts and yeah.
Oh, well, Green Lake, would you go back?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'd spend the day at that park and walking around, getting some ice cream and going to the music.
Would you try to rent a place on Green Lake?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great to rent one of those? I think a lot of those houses do B&B, right? I mean, Airbnb.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
But it's not like some of the other towns that have hotel after hotel to lure the tourists. This is more like you experience the lake from being on the lake.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Thanks for the great visit, Green Lake.
Thanks, Green Lake. We'll be back.
Curious to find out where John is traveling next? Head over to our website, mainstreets.tv, to learn more. Again, that's mainstreets.tv. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast and please leave us a review. It helps more people discover great programming like Main Streets. Look for us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram to follow all the action. John McGivern's Main Streets is produced by Plum Media in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Thanks for listening.